So now come to our next topic, which is the earthquake. Earthquake. This is very well known word to us because in India a lot of times we have suffered from earthquake. So what is it? First we have to know before learning this from this PDF. I am going to tell about this matter. The study of the seismic waves provide a complete picture of the layered interior. An earthquake, in simple word, if you call it as the shaking of the earth. This is a very important just terminology, that shaking of the earth. Just a minute. Shaking of the earth. Okay, so it's a natural event, we know that, but sometimes we can have some physical and man-made features or the man-made reasons. So not only it's a natural event, sometimes we can call it's a mixed event. It's caused by the human also, and it's caused due to the release of energy which generates waves that travel in all directions. Now we are going to know from this PDF that what is written over there. Yeah, an earthquake is a natural phenomena. Sometimes it's also the man-made phenomena by the shaking of the earth. It occurs when energy stored along the faults and in the earth's crust is suddenly released. And the release of energy generates the seismic waves. Just now we have learned from the indirect sources that the seismic waves which travel in all directions. Achha, there is written a new word which is faults. What does it mean? Folds and falls, more or less same. Okay, in same way we are using. If it's a glass or a jar, suddenly the jars are broken. Okay, these are the broken part. It's now situated like this. It's a broken jar. If we are writing, it's a broken jar. Now we are attaching all the glasses like this, but we can have not the jar when it was earlier. Why? Because if someday something is broken out, we can't get it back at the same matter. So from this hole or from these crustal faults or the folds, the energies are going upside and it's released the energy at a large mass. So that's how the energy generates the seismic waves, and that's written the seismic waves, and which travels in all kinds of direction. So that is a very important line. Come to the next part, the point within the earth where the energy release originates. It's called the hypocenter and the focus. Very important point. The hypocenter and the focus through which the energy releases. Okay. While the point directly above it's on the earth's surface, it's known as the epicenter. If I am using another ink, it's called the epicenter. Okay. The first one we have learned the center of the focus, and the second we have learned the epicenter. The primary cause of an earthquake is a movement of rock along a fault. Just now we have understood the fault, what it is, overcome the friction holding them together and leading to a sudden shift and the release of the energy. So that is the earthquake. If I am asking you why does the earth shake, then you can call it like that. The release of the energy occurs along a fault. A fault is a sharp break in the crustal rocks. The rocks along a fault tend to move in opposite direction, and as the overlying rock strata press them and the friction locks them together. So that's how a earthquake can occur inside the earth's surface. So there is also given another example for earthquake, and different kinds of example can happen for the earthquake, but we will give another example. The Tohoku earthquake in the year of 2011, you can see the deadline, in Japan. It's a significant example of earthquake. Why? It's a powerful undersea earthquake. Undersea earthquake, that means sometimes we can have also the landslide which is happening for earthquake, but it's also on the earth's surface. But when we have the tsunami, that means we can call it as a undersea quake, okay, which occurred on March 2011 of the Pacific coast, Tohoku. This earthquake caused a massive release of energy along a fault line, with strong grounds are shaking and devastating tsunami. Tsunami is also a Japanese word, you all know that. So the Tohoku earthquake's focus was undersea. Focus, that means the center from where the earthquake occurs, it's the originating part, and the waves of the energy releases were felt strongly at the nearby the coastal epicenter. So focus was about the undersea, and the coastal epicenter, a coastal part was the epicenter. So this event illustrates that how an earthquake originates and its potential impacts. So what's written in the short pointers, one by one we are going to know. Earthquakes are caused by the sudden movement, yes, the sudden release of the energy along the faults, or you can call it as a fault. Now, seismic waves radiate in all directions, yes, not only in north or south specifically, in all directions it can be. Hypocenter or the focus, it's a point where the energy releases, okay, from where the point from the energy releases. The epicenter is directly above the focus, that means the hypocenter or the focus is situated inside the earth and the epicenter is outside the earth or the above the focus. Earthquakes occur due to the overcoming friction between the rocks along a fault, and the Tohoku earthquake is an example. A different kinds of example you can give in the exam, but there is given another significant example.